Nick Roush here. Happy to be joined with Kentucky offensive lineman Landon Young, going into his final season, and I am rocking the run the damn ball hat. He's got the big blue wall hat. I love that y'all are bringing it out, and in fact, I wish I could have some of my own swag. So we got to make do with what we can.
Absolutely. I wish they would have given us a little bit more. They gave us the hats. We have two of the hats. I ended up giving one to my dad, of course, because he's a big reason I did what I did. And I'm a big fan of it, sort of trademarking it, but it didn't come lightly. We had to work for that pretty hard. And, it's sort of being able to keep up that standard and keep imposing our will so that we can sort of earn that right to have that name and put that out there.
So you got some big blue wall swag. Do you have any Mr. Nasty swag?
I have not yet. I wanted to get some just to be able to support my fellow linemen, and I just haven't had a chance yet. This time has been crazy, and I've been busy, nonstop. Because of course, when we get out of football, I find every other reason to stay busy I can. So, but that's coming soon, and I thought that was pretty funny when that came out. I was like, of course, it says Mr. Nasty.
Hey, you know what? He's got to build that brand, and there's a perfect place to do it in Detroit. I'm curious. I only have one real football question for you because I'm much more curious as to how you're living quarantine life right now. But what was your reaction when you heard that? Like, hey, this is spring practice is canceled. What's going through your mind?
It's a real mix of emotions because we sort of knew it was going to happen when they started canceling the NBA season and all those other things were getting halted while we were still practicing those last couple of days. And, all of us were just saying, it's a matter of time. Maybe we can get to the spring game. Maybe we can get the spring game out. But this time during the spring is so essential for any football team across the nation. And that was a really hard time because this is the time that you bond the most. This is time where it's that off-season prep, that off-season training that you really need right before this month off that we would have in May to get fired up to go right back into season. And, people always wonder what we do year-round, and it's always a developmental time. We're always trying to improve, always trying to hone our craft because, it is a year-round job, and you got to be able to do it to be able to stay in the SEC alone, but just it's not even mentioning being able to separate yourself as a player.
Well, and I'd imagine too, as a senior, like it's almost like the high school seniors, they got those last 2 months taken away from them. That's the fun time. There's a lot of kind of cutting up and stuff. I'm sure it's not as difficult for the seniors with spring practice than it is for the freshmen who are trying to, they're getting their feet wet and they're going up and they're trying to get in the mix with the twos and stuff.
Exactly, and that's what we've talked about as well. For me, Drake, and Luke, where this is our fifth year here, like we know the routine, we know the plays, we know what's expected of us. We've been to the nth degree in the season and in the depth of a fourth quarter in a game, and it's still very important for us as well because we're sort of trying to chase the next level. But at the same time, those guys that are getting into college football, they realize college football is not the same as football. And for them learning a whole new playbook, a whole new offense, getting to, get to know the guys that you're going to be playing with for the next 4 to 5 years. And, that's a really, really essential part for them because, I have a feeling that a lot of kids are coming in, and going through this are going to transfer just because they never got that sort of bonding time. They never got that initial startup period into college football, and they get into this and they're like, oh, well, this isn't what I wanted it to be, and then go somewhere else when really in all realism that if we had the spring ball originally how it was and go into summer football and everything, they'd probably stay because they get that correct initiation period, sort of get to learn the team, learn the guys and everything like that.
So I'm also curious too. If we find out we got to like hunker down for a while and you're kind of stuck inside the home, but you got to make one run. Let's say you're going to Sam's Club to hunker down for a while. What's on Landon Young's shopping list when he's going in to bulk up for quarantine living?
Oh, well, I would say definitely a lot of drinks, a lot of milk, juice. That's like one of the things that I'll run through the fastest is just water bottles. We go through cases of water in an amount of days and go through gallons of milk and gallons of juice and
what kind of milk?
All that stuff. Yeah, cow milk.
No, wait, no, 2% or like whole milk or.
So I love that's usually what we get is 2%, and I'm not a big. It doesn't matter to me between like skim 1% and 2%, but I won't drink whole milk. That stuff's like a milkshake coming out of that
Oh man,
gallon.
I thought it might be the other way around because one of my buddies from the country, he was my college roommate. He introduced me to whole milk, and I was like, "This is not skim. This is
Yeah.
this is not the same exact thing at all. Not even close."
Now,
But
if it's chocolate milk, I can do the whole milk. I can
okay,
do the whole milk and chocolate milk. But if it's just I'm pouring a nice tall glass of milk, like I'm wanting the 2%, 1%, something like
gotcha.
that. Otherwise than that, we're pretty stocked up. We get at least half a beef killed every year, so we have all the
Nice.
farm raised beef that we need. We got sausage, farm raised sausage that we need. So
Oh,
the meat side of things, that's all good. But maybe a couple snacks more on the healthy side during this quarantine because I got to watch what I eat. And we're still working out, but then again, when
right.
everything's readily available to you right in your cupboard, it's easy to get snacking away.
Oh, especially the late night snacks. Get a little bored, Like, yeah, you know what? Why not try out these cheese and crackers or something like that?
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious. You strike me as a real resourceful kind of guy. Now, to like stay in shape, have you rigged up something to like add extra weight? Because it's not like I can go, for me, lifting a couple books is something, but for you, it takes a little bit more to get a good workout in.
Oh yeah. So we had a little bit of free weights, anyways, at my parents' house, and they're of course 25, 30 minutes away. Not too bad. And with gas being as cheap as it is, I don't mind wasting the gas to go out there. But me and my dad actually built a full DIY wood squat rack and a full DIY wood bench, and welded our own standards on top of the bench to hold the bar. We drilled all the holes in our rack so we had safety bars. We had places I could pick up a hand clean bar from. We did the whole thing, and bought my own push pull sled to sort of be able to get that leg work in, and
Oh, nice.
so we fashioned all that up, and then of course staying busy on the farm, between planting water pipe and doing projects here and there, doing a lot of dues for my fiance's new house, and staying busy that way definitely too.
I'd imagine too that like this is just me romanticizing it, but I imagine like you like hauling like loads of hay over your shoulder and like throwing it up. Like I don't know if that's me just thinking about the movies or something like that, but I could see you like with like a big old thing over your shoulder, just carrying
So
around.
something that would sort of satisfy your vision there. My dad actually just posted something on Facebook, and of course he wants to document everything. He was like, "Let me get a picture of this for John," and he was pulling out round bells that they were done with for the year because of course the springtime grass came in, and he went and picked up some round bells and put it on a shoulder part in one of our fields and had me roll out every single one of those round bells and spread it all out. So you're looking at not just me, but of course my fiance and my mother helped as well while my dad watched off the tractor. But these are probably upwards of 750 to 1,000-pound round bells that we were sort of rolling out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
So
it was good size.
yeah, that's a good way to stay in shape. I'd say.
Absolutely. And it gives you a little motivation because the more you roll out, the lighter they get.
Oh man, that's awesome. Not to hit on the like country boy stereotype, but I've noticed Cash has been doing a lot of hunting and fishing. Have you been able to hunt and fish as much as Cash, or have you? If you two were going out into the wild and like, all right, we gotta go find our food, we gotta kill it. Who do you think's going to bring home the most bacon?
I I'm not gonna throw anything out, but I definitely think I could. Yeah, he's had some really good luck. He's been blessed with some really good places to turkey hunt over this last little bit, and being sponsored by Realtree through his NFL, sort of trip there. And I'm sure that didn't hurt at all. But he's been definitely able to go a lot more places. I've been able to, go to Florida, hunt Ciotas, and then come back up and Eastern. And it's been really cool watching sort of his trips and his hunts and stuff they've been able to video. Of course, I had a couple of encounters that I tried to bring my fiance this year to get a turkey and Novell. We were not able to get one this season, but we're on hunt for one. But I'm a pretty constant deer hunter, turkey hunter, rabbit hunter. Just about anything you can do to put something besides store-bought meat on the table, I do.
Do you have like a preference, like a fishing or a hunting over something else? Is there one over the other?
So I'd say probably my favorite period would be deer hunting. I love deer hunting. It's so peaceful, it's so quiet, and you're just so sporadic. Like you won't be able to hear or anything. We'll often just be in the woods. And there's excitement I know what you're going to see. After that, I'm definitely say turkey hunting. Turkey hunting is one of my favorites. And a lot of people, they like my fiance to just kill one, and I just think it's exciting. You wake up real early in the morning at the crack of dawn, you just hear them gobbling, and it's game on from then. It's basically you and that turkey, and who's the better hunter there? Can you coax that turkey? Can you sneak up on them good enough? At 320 pounds, you wouldn't think that I could sneak very well, but that's actually how I've been able to kill most of the turkeys I have over my time span turkey hunting, was being able to actually sneak up on the things. And I think it's just a testament of how good of a hunter you are to be able to kill those, and it's sort of a challenge for me, and that's why I enjoy turkey hunting so much, because I'm always up for a challenge. Besides that, a good fishing day is uncomparable. You get out there and you hook into a bunch of fish one day, and that's some of the best times you'll have. It's active. You're never just sitting still. It's all in the different ballpark. And but I'll definitely have to say deer hunting is probably my favorite. I got antlers hung up everywhere.
Okay, I'm curious. You mentioned your fiance a few times, and the last time we talked, we just talked about wedding planning, because you got engaged this spring, and we're planning on getting married in July before the start of the football season. Has the coronavirus derailed your wedding plans?
So it derailed some, but we still have the wedding plan for June 27th. And that's our plan. Unless something happens where we can't get a marriage license, then we'll change it. But if we get a marriage license, we'll still be getting married on June 27th. But we can have just me and her and a preacher, or we can have me, her, and 250 other people. Just depending on sort of what the state opens up for, and we're hoping to at least be able to have 50 people so we can have our family there. And but no matter the circumstances, we're going to be married that day, because even though the wedding is important, the marriage is the most important part. And that's what a lot of people lose sight of, is it's not the wedding, but it's the marriage.
Yeah, it's not just about the party, which the party's a nice side effect. Like
it is fun, and you want people there to sort of be able to celebrate that with you, and to enjoy that time with you, because if you do it right, you do it once. And that's sort of my viewpoint on it. And but we're hoping that if it does derail anymore to where we can have only 10 people or something, that we're going to have a reception later on where people can come and just sort of celebrate that time with us, even though we're after the wedding.
Nice. Well, I like the plan. You're still pushing forward, and coronavirus can't keep Landon Young down.
Not at all.
Well, I hope your family is staying safe, and it sounds like you're certainly staying busy during this time. But I appreciate you taking 10, 15 minutes to talk with me. And I hope there isn't too much more hay for you to roll out, and you can just stick to the freeways. That's got to be at least a little bit more fun than sweating out on the farm.
Yeah, you get a little itchy with that hay, but Dad's got plenty of other tasks for me to do on the farm to help clean it up. So we're not short on that. We got plenty of time left out there. But no, I appreciate you taking the time and inviting me on, and I always enjoy doing them with you.
All right, well, Landon, take it easy. Stay safe out there, and hopefully we'll be seeing each other before too long.
Sounds good. Hopefully here in August.
All right, thanks, Landon.
No problem.